Today we have the brand new Cardo Packtalk Edge in front of us, and we will cover in this video what this communication system can do and how to install it in a helmet. And to install this we will use the Shoei Xperia 3. Team of Champion Helmets here, and before we are going to install the communication system in the Shoei Xperia 3, we will go over some general points of the Cardo Packtalk Edge. The first thing we are going to mention is the air mount. You attach the edge by holding it right in front of the mount, and it will automatically pop into the secure magnetic mount. The edge uses the second generation DMC, which stands for Dynamic Mesh Communication. The second generation DMC connects even faster with other riders. You can connect to 15 other systems and stay in contact up to 1.6 kilometers away. In addition, the Edge uses Bluetooth 5.2, which is the most advanced Bluetooth system available today. You can charge or fast charge the Edge using a USB-C connection, where 20 minutes of charging will allow you to talk for 2 hours. To fully charge the Cardo Packtalk Edge, it will need to be plugged in for 2 hours. You can update the system over the Wi-Fi using the Cardo Connect app. So you no longer have to connect the Cardo to the computer or laptop to update it anymore, which makes it a bit more user friendly. Now let's go and see what's inside the box. When we open the box, we immediately see the Cardo Packtalk Edge. When we take it out of the box, we see the manuals, and please read them carefully and keep them in case you need them. It tells you exactly how to operate the system. Looking further, we see a small black box. This box contains the Packtalk Edge holder, a glue plate for under the holder, a clamp for under the holder, and cleaning gloves. The clamp for the holder can be used for helmets with an edge smaller than 5 mm, and the glue plate for helmets with an edge thicker than 5 mm. The wipe should be used to clean the helmet before you attach the holder with glue. Besides the plates, 2 round velcro straps for the speakers, 2 speaker boosters to move the speakers closer to the ears, 2 speakers, one with a short wire and one with a long wire, 2 square velcro bands for the microphone, 1 wired microphone for full face helmets, and a long hybrid microphone for a system or open face helmet. Now that we have seen the content of the box and know what specifications the Cardo Packtalk Edge has, we are going to install it on the Xperia 3 from Shoei. All we need to install the Edge are the speakers, round velcro for the speakers, square velcro for the microphone, the glue plate for the holder, and the holder itself. First we need to take the entire liner out of the helmet to install the system. And then we start with the speakers. As you can see here, this helmet is prepared for speaker pockets, which makes it a bit easier. Then we stick the round velcro pieces where they belong. If necessary, you can place a speaker booster over them to bring the speaker close to your ear. Then we take the speakers, and a short cable comes on the left and a long cable comes on the right side. If this is done, we can immediately place a square piece of velcro for the microphone. If you do this, make sure that you do not stick it in front of the chin vent. We do not want the helmet to perform worse by placing a communication system. Then you can also stick the microphone in place. Once the microphone and speakers are in place, we hang the cables out for a while so we can put in back the top liner. Now that the inside of the helmet is completely on, we are going to glue the holder plate to the helmet. If you have used the helmet before, clean it first with the alcohol wipes that come in the box. Remove the stickers from the back and stick it on the side of the helmet. After attaching the sticker, let the glue plate dry for 4 hours before attaching the holder or the Packtalk Edge. Connect the cables from the speakers and microphone to the helmet mount, tidy up the cables and place the cheek pads back into the helmet. A tip: carefully replace the liner and don't break the cables if you have an inliner with push buttons. Now that everything is installed, we can place the Packtalk Edge, and as I said, this is a new holder. It's a magnet that immediately clicks into the holder, as you can see here. To remove the Cardo Packtalk Edge, you press the front of the glue plate and you can easily slide it off. Before we go on about how the Edge works, now might be a good time to ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This way you will stay up to date with all our reviews, road tests and guides. Now let's move on quickly. Now let's go and see how the Packtalk Edge works. The best advice on how to use this system is to read the manual. We know not everyone does this, but this will answer almost all of your questions, should you have any. For example, it contains all the voice commands you can use when you don't want to use the buttons. To use a system for the first time, you will need to go through a few steps. You start by turning on the Cardo Packtalk Edge. To turn the system on, press and hold the button on the back with the arrow icon and the bottom button with the phone icon at the same time for 2 seconds. When you do this, a light next to the dial will turn green. To turn the system off, again press the same 2 buttons at the same time for 2 seconds and you will see a red light. This means it's turning off. When the system is on, hold the bottom phone button for 5 seconds while the Bluetooth on your phone is on. When you have pressed the button for 5 seconds, you will see the Edge on your phone and the Edge will connect to your phone. Download the app and follow the steps in the app to be able to use it. When all this is done, you can hit the road and, for example, listen to your favorite music or make calls through the Edge. But how do you use the Cardo Packtalk? I'm going to explain some of the basic functions that are most often used, namely calling, music and how to connect to another rider. When you start making calls through the Cardo Packtalk Edge, there are certain actions that are going to make your life a lot easier. First, to answer a phone call, press the lower button, the phone icon, once. To ignore the call, turn the wheel to the right, and to hang up, press the wheel once. If you miss the call, you can call back by pressing and holding the bottom button for 2 seconds. If you want to listen to music, you can turn the music on by pressing the arrow button once, and to pause it, you press the wheel once. If music is playing, press the back button once to go to the next song or twice to play the previous song. The volume can be turned up or down by simply turning the wheel on the edge. Turning the wheel towards the back of the helmet is louder and turning it towards the front is lowering the volume. The Edge is often used to talk when riding in a group. To connect with other riders, press and hold the top button, the Wi-Fi sign, for 5 seconds. It will flash white and green when it's searching and turn purple when connecting with other riders successfully. If after a while you are tired of all the chatter, you can mute the whole group by pressing the wheel for 2 seconds and unmute again in the same way. Or do you want to mute your own microphone? Then press the back button, the arrow icon, and the top button, the Wi-Fi icon, once. And also in this way you unmute yourself. These functions are the basics and there are many more possibilities and many more advanced functions that will make your life of a rider with a Packtalk even easier, such as using a radio, switching from music to radio and the other way around, how to share your music with other riders and much more. For this information I recommend you to read the user manual. We have come to the end of this video. We have seen that Cardo's new communication system has improved on its predecessor, the Packtalk Bolt. Communication systems are not the easy piece of technology, but the basic buttons and the voice commands make the use much easier and more fun. Are you interested in the Cardo Packtalk Edge? Or do you want more information and looking for a helmet that fits this system? Then be sure to take a look at our webshop www.championhelmets.com, where we offer the lowest price guarantee and have nice discount bundles. If you have any questions or feedback, please let us know. Thank you for watching. My name is Simon from Champion Helmets and hopefully until next time.